Howdy everyone, Jampot here. Gonna play some Galaxy. Um, I don't really have enough cards for Luna Girl to be doing anything fun. I'm still just kind of in that phase where you're just trying to assemble something that does anything, so let's skip on that for now. Uh, so I've been running this Professor Who's Who scam list that I've been like pretty happy with actually. It's been working pretty well. So the things that really shine to me are that these bonus chops actually do a really great job of setting up Anubis. Just having like a free way to start buffing that slot 5 really makes a difference. And then just getting some tempo, it just seems pretty versatile. And I think that this strategy is actually really strong right now. This like these Anubis strats. Um, there's not that much there aren't that many toys, there aren't that many summons, so but there are like big numbers of varying degrees, and does a pretty good job of beating a lot of them if you can get it going. Hopefully I can show it off. The things that have not been working for me so well. Crystal continues to not do much. Genie actually is incredible, in my experience, because Scam's best, like, both Scam and having a gigantic, like, mega unit work really, really well in tandem. Even though it doesn't resummon off of Anubis, it's often like what you want to shore up your game plan if you have this like one huge genie. And also the scam units, even if you don't have Anubis, give you a lot more time and freedom to get half-hearted and set up genie and maybe bounce back. They just seem to work really well together. Mirror Mage is there as like in case that we get our spells big enough, but maybe it doesn't make sense once we've cut Crystal. I'm really not sure. I don't know. Crystal's always in and out. I'm not sure what to do about that. Without Crystal, maybe Miseria becomes like irrelevant. We'll have to see. Morgan's just there as like a random extra rage thing that you can get some value out of. Dastardly Spirit sets up a lot of these villains, just smooths things out. Okay, so if we've cut Crystal, what do we get? We don't need Hydra at all. Genie's much better. Having actual health matters a lot, and we have extra resources to pump into Genie if we to get it charged up. So one thing I've noticed with the scam list is sometimes you have this awkward spot where you have a couple scam units and then you're just like not finding Anubis and you just keep dying by half heart over and over again. You never actually stabilize. Um, Hitting Genie will help with that, of course, but that I'm not sure what else we could add to kind of make up for that. Looking at these legendaries, I'm not seeing anything super spicy. Barrel of Monkeys is great if you have Poison Apple specifically and it was not going to do anything otherwise. Not for us, at least. Uh, I don't think we can Rolo, really. Hmm. Chaos is okay. You know, the first time you buy it, it's pretty bad, but then every other time it's nice. I'm gonna try it out and we'll see. It doesn't seem better than I guess the upside of this seems so much lower than the upside of Crystal, but maybe the average case for this is actually fine, and the average case for Crystal is not worth considering. We'll find out. Okay, so typically you just, these days, Thorn and Rose are better than they should, or than they will be in like a couple days. I'm just gonna pass on it. Okay, Peachy Queen. I mean, I guess I'm gonna take it because the other ones are so unexciting, but I'm gonna try not to take Peachy Queen too often for a little bit until it gets, revised a little. That's nice. So here, do we want to position so that our Peachy Queen attacks first or that our Puck attacks first? I guess I don't think it matters much at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, this is something that happens quite often right now, is that you just fight slightly better boards and you're at 2 hearts, even though you've like presented a not disgraceful board yourself. That's fine. Yeah, Meet in a Tavern is like just so smooth on turn 3. This isn't what I wanted to hit, but so it goes. Well, we have this Peachy Queen. Let's just grab the Thorn. Oh, Rage Mage is so good. But is it really better than just taking Puck here? I'm not sure, because this is a lot of upgraded stats and then gets us another shop. Ooh, it really could go either way. I'm gonna go for it. It's really, really nice. I really want to take Masterwork Scrolls. If we had like even an extra half heart, I think I would take this, but with a Cowardly Lion and kind of this sort of precarious situation, I think a Fortifications might be necessary. I guess at the end of the day, if a Fortifications is like, if it doesn't help us in the next fight or two, the Masterwork Scrolls is going to start adding up pretty fast, maybe? No, I think it's just a little too speculative right now. Here, let's just get some heavy hits. This is Charlie Pots. I'm not sure that they'll, like, there's no telling what they're going to have. I think I want to put this puck back here, have it attack later, because this Cowardly Lion is, like, not going to be attacking. Very nice. And that Fortifications got us an extra proc on this, so, you know, if this uncommon treasure is much better than the Masterwork Scrolls, we'll be thrilled with how that all went out. Hamster is kind of cute here. I don't know if it's better than either just taking Foul Lich as like a big kind of dorky guy, or taking a Navi just for a couple stats and to set up for, you know, a silver for it that could be helpful. We could Silvery Moon as well. I'd put it on Rage Mage. But I think we have enough things to replace. Let's work on that. I'm gonna go for Navi, because it's not like I'm expecting to pick up more animals. That Foul Lich doesn't do much. Dastardly Spirit. I'm gonna do this once, but pretty soon I kind of do want to move off this Peachy Queen. I'd like to get like maybe a Greedy Nightshade off of it. That would be really nice, but if I don't, no big deal. This is a lot more enticing. But I think let's just still grab the Chaos. I really wonder, maybe we should just do something like this. Alright, I mean, we can just keep our fingers crossed, right? And yeah, I moved this Cowardly Lion to the back because I figured that they were likely to have some big things. And then some supports, right? So worked perfectly. Might not have. This is kind of equivalent to meeting in a tavern. Obviously, like, there's benefits to having a Cowardly Lion and Silver in the shop, but we don't have Rolo or anything. And I want to start buffing this slot. Awkward in a way, but also kind of nice in a way. It's always how it is there. I mean, this is the case where it's nice, right? And you can see that, like, the Dastardly Spirit does matter. You know, this would have been a much smaller thing. This would be tiny. None of this is exciting, though. 3 bags full. I can't really picture what we're going to hit that we care about. I think it's time to move off of this. Oh, I mean, Boonwillow is way better, but it's okay. I'm still just going to tuck this Anne Bunny in the back. If it hunts once, I might, you know, might stick around on my team. We have a little bit more likely to hit a transform. True Love's Kiss with this captain could be relevant. I just don't think that this is a particularly good place to hunt from, and it can't really hunt from here, not with these stats. Eight, 9, sure. Okay, this Anne Bunny's missed already, so let's just grab a range thing to put in here. Actually, hold on. Sure, we'll give it another chance. Seems okay. Zero attack Mousetrap is always a little bit unfortunate. You know, obviously they transformed into it. Kind of just want a double fire of Ares, but missing out on a double Lost in the Woods, it can't be right. Okay. So we do actually have the spell buffs to make Mirror Mage good, and I think we could make them even stronger. So I'm pretty tempted to do that. Love me a two-headed wizard, but let's just keep this going. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, oops. Mistake. So we have Rage Mage. Absolutely. Like, I'm buffing the wrong slots, and that actually does matter quite a bit. Usually I love slamming Mysterio early here. I wonder if I should just, like, pop it where the Mirror Mage is, but I don't think so. So we could meet in a tavern, hoping to hit one of our scam pieces. If we hit a Mysterio, I could live with that. Yeah, Stinky's so much better. I don't need this Fire-Breathing Dragon. It's not even big. And I know that this number isn't gigantic or anything, but it does matter. It adds up. I'm going to take an Alchemistry set here. I don't expect to pick up a lot of treasures, so... yeah, all of this looks fine. We've got pretty robust stats right now. Doing a lot of full hearting people, which is excellent. I'll Abracadabra here. There's plenty that we could hit. We did not. So I could, through the Looking Glass, this Nightshade. I think that's kind of cool. Scar's not what we wanted, but we can live with it. I guess this is the only like saving grace of us kind of screwing up that Rage Mage, is that maybe we could get Ship Shape. The trouble is, what I want to do is take out this Rage Mage for it, but once we take it out, it's much harder to proc. Also, I don't really want to be casting a spell here. It's just if a Mirror Mage lands on it, I'll bank it in case. Really lucky there. I mean, Mr. Fox is like truly the bane, right, of like this era of it. But even later, once you pick up Anubis, it's still the case. And I guess part of why I like this in this like scam strat, oh, a reinforced hull is kind of cool, is that you often have a shop like that, and if you're trying to do generic things, it can be hard to make use of a spell shop like that. And I used to run Professor Who's Who like exclusively with candy, and sometimes you would just get a shop with no candy spells. It's just really hard when you're doing scam stuff to not find anything out of the shops. It can happen, but it's much, much less likely. We are finding a lot of treasures somehow, but that's okay. Again, I'm just gonna keep this up. Rage Mage, thank you. You've done enough. I mean, I think this is slightly more likely to hunt back here, but I think I'd just rather have a bigger body up front. Okay. Too bad that we lose our procs, but it's actually fine. So the question here is, do we want to start charging up this Genie, or do we just want to start, like, shooting stuff out with Mirror Mage? Mixo doesn't seem particularly impressive right now. I think other people will have bigger numbers, but we don't know if they're going to have gigantic numbers or just slightly bigger numbers. I think I'm just going to start working on this Genie. That should give us some time. Perfect. Again, we actually don't necessarily, if we end up with Anubis, we don't necessarily want Wicked Witch and Stinky to be too huge. But I don't regret picking up this Mirror Mage still. You don't always get everything, and it is an alternate, like, win condition. And this is not like an optimized strat for, like, perfect victory. It's a thing that can work and is fun. Okay, so we're in top 3 right now, so I should definitely start paying attention to what people are working with. Like right now, I don't know if I'd rather have a slightly bigger guy up here. You know, it's minor, but this positioning could matter. Hopefully our Stinky doesn't attack this time. That would be really nice. Oh, so close. Yeah, who knows? None of these are exciting enough. I'll just do this. Hopefully we'll get one more turn to... Well, there's Gloves of Thieving back. You know, technically it would... It's hard even to say, right? Like, we've gotten a couple casts. You know, maybe 3 more casts on this, and we're stable against everything that they're working with for a little bit until they spike again. Hard to say. kind of the same principle. So the trouble is like if Wicked Witch attacks, reduces something to 1 health, and we have this big genie here that's like still taking a full hit. It's not ideal, right? But there are other circumstances where it's better. The safest way to get around this, of course, is just to make the genie so big that it doesn't matter. I'm snapping chaos here. There's just so many spells for us to work with. I'm just hoping for like, yeah, looking for like a double or something better than a um, just generic kind of buffing spell, but the generic buffing spells are fine too. I feel like none of these really do much. We do have a Horde 1 on this guy, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Whatever. It's unclear to me which one's actually better to do here. I kind of feel like it's just to double this, but we do have this Hat of the Coven, so we can hope. Yeah. Fairy Pancakes just to make it a little easier to Anubis. I still would like to. Lots of hits we can find. I think with how this is currently, I'm going to just hope that my Wicked Witch attacks first, but this could definitely not pay off. Good enough. I think after one more cast, I might consider like casting onto this Mirror Mage, but realistically, that's not even what I want to do. So how big is this if I push it back here? It's like the same size. It's huge. Oh, because the Spoon Willow slots. Oh, because it's, yeah, of course. And then I think from here we can safely slow down on this. This is enormous. I don't want to play Oberon because I don't want to buff my Wicked Witch's attack. Here I wonder... Nah, we're just still going to do this. It's just too catastrophic to miss it. I think once we get it to like one more triple, there's no reason to ever do it again until we like actively see something. But these boards are still in a position. They had so many treasures that they could spike out of control. Again, just I'll tuck this in the back now for a little bit of scam safety. Yeah, Navi's amazing here. I was just looking at that Midas touch for a sec. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that we've won anyway, but that certainly means I think we win. We have so much time now to find things. I'm digging for Anubis hard now. Yeah, I mean, Wormskill, often amazing, not +1/+2 to your million constellation prizes isn't gonna do it. Okay, so our room for growth was Anubis here, either Black Hole or something else. A Medusa would be great, but yeah, I think this definitely demonstrates like why Genie works so well with this strategy. Having Professor Who's Who definitely helps. We got a couple free casts on it. Hitting this Hat of the Coven was amazing. But more than that, I think we had a lot of chances to like be stable and charge it up. And then once we have it charged, like I said, this is the kind of thing that you want to accompany it, right? To kind of get around anything gigantic or problematic that they might have, because this is going to answer all of their fair things.